Hello everyone, welcome back. Severtus here, coming back with part 13 of What If Deku Was Mr. Negative. Now, where we last left off, Izuku was, standing in front of UA screaming on the mic telling, O'Neil to come here because he need to talk. And, before we continue, don't forget like, subscribe, my Discord link down in the description. Well, we continue. As Izuku, after he screamed in the mic saying, "Come on, O'Neil, get out. I need to talk with you in privacy." As after that, the heroes, All Might, and all the other teachers came out. Except they were, the couple, they were, quite injured because right now it's the second day after the attack of the villains on the training camp. As All Might said, "Young Midoriya, what are you doing here?" As Izuku said, "All Might, of course." "Well, All Might, I'm here for O'Neil, and I want him right now." And after that, O'Neil come from behind and said, "Izuku, why are you here? And why do you want me?" As Izuku said, "I need you to tell me where is Glitch." As O'Neil said, "Glitch? Who are you talking about?" As All Might asked, saying, What is he talking about? O'Neil, what is young Midoriya talking about?" As Izuku said, "Oh, you really don't know. Alright. Tech, show him." As after that, Tech come in front of Izuku and throw a device that after she just press on a button, the device creating like a hologram showing the chaos that happened in the city between between the inner demons and the heroes, and also O'Neil and Glitch. As when Izuku was so damaged, as they just showing the whole fight. And Izuku All Might said, "And what's this supposed to mean?" As O'Neil is quite scared by this. He just doesn't know what Izuku is doing. He said in his mind, "Wait, didn't he said that he will not gonna tell anyone about me? Why is he showing us that?" As Izuku said, "O'Neil, I think both of us know exactly what this is. So, how about you come right here and go with us before I tell the truth?" As O'Neil, quite hesitate, but All Might grabbed him and said, "O'Neil will not gonna go with you, Midoriya. You are the one that's coming with us." As Izuku said, "So, you will gonna keep a villain under you? Hey, protection, huh?" As All Might said, "A villain? What are you talking about?" As Izuku said, "Well, do you see this guy that wearing a black and a purple hoodie jacket with this, white mask with the two purple lines on them? This is O'Neil in his mask, wearing his mask, if you, know what I mean. And if you doesn't believe me, how about this?" As Izuku, showing a the hologram showing a picture of O'Neil with the mask and without the mask, and even showing the little some how can I say it, some of the blood that the inner demons got from O'Neil after the fight between him and the inner demons. They just took it and give it to Tech. As Izuku uh, doing like a blood test to see if this blood is the same for O'Neil. As Izuku just showing some information. He just showing some evidence in general for All Might to believe. As All Might said, "O'Neil, what's this?" As O'Neil start walking back, Kirishima looking at this thing. "O'Neil, is that real? This can't be real. This must be this must be a trick somewhere." As Izuku said, "There's no trick. He is the one that called for the attack of the the League of Villains. He was the traitor of UA from the beginning. And also, he's the one that run after me and tried to capture me before. And he's the one that also fought against against a couple of heroes and killed a couple of them. and the chaos incident in the middle of the city. Now, here you are. O'Neill is a villain, a traitor, and also not a good friend. So, are you gonna come with me, or should I take you by force? As O'Neill just starts walking back. As All Might said, we will gonna talk about this later, but first of all, you are coming with us, Izuku. As Izuku said, I don't think so, All Might. I have already made a peace with the fact that I am a villain, so there's nothing stopping me anymore. And immediately Izuku snapped his fingers as the inner demons, start shooting with their guns and with their, slashing with their swords and shooting some, rocket launcher on UA to hurt some students inside, forcing, half of the heroes that, were in front of Izuku and the inner demons to go back into UA and save the others. As after that, All Might jump at Izuku and throwing a punch, but Ben jump in front of Izuku and take the punch like it's nothing, as All Might said, "What the?" And immediately Ben got hold of All Might's hand, and right now Ben is, in the size of a truck, as he got hold of All Might's hand, and after that he said, "Nice punch, but not enough to break me," as he immediately smashed All Might in the ground and throw him on a wall, and gone to fight other heroes. As Soul starts, to steal some of the heroes and some of the students' souls there, as he, start to summon those souls to fight with him. After that, Tech starts, taking control over UA, activating the, the security system to make every single person inside UA like a prisoner, closing the windows and the doors, as they, right now just fighting outside, while, Tori are just sitting by Izuku's side, and Shinra is just having fun kicking people in their heads, as Izuku starts walking towards All Might while, Tori's still with him, as he said, well, 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 All Might, the symbol of peace. What are you gonna do now? As All Might stand up, but O'Neill jump in front of him and said, Izuku, you're not gonna go any further than that. Leave him alone. As Izuku said, no, I'm not gonna leave him alone. He's a big rock in the middle of the way, and some people like him will gonna just go and ruin everything for me. After that, Izuku said, Tori took care of Shinra for me. Could you please do that for me, baby? As why did I just said that? That was the most horrible thing that I ever said in my life. As Tori said, alright, Izuku-kun, as she just immediately transformed into Tiger and gone at, Shinra. Or, not Shinra, O'Neill, as O'Neill right now fighting against Tori, while All Might is standing in front of Izuku, as All Might said, so, you really are not going back, huh? As Izuku said, I never was going back. Maybe after I kill Lady Nagant, but right now is the fight between you and me. As Izuku immediately taken his sword out and said, alright, are you gonna go at me, or should I be the one that attack first? As All Might was about to jump at Izuku, but Izuku immediately shooting a negative energy beam out of his right arm, while his sword, still in his left, at All Might, making All Might go through the wall. As Izuku, jump after him, and right now he's in the air, as he slashed the air in front of him like an like an X, as that X going at All Might, as All Might being hit by this and smashed into the ground. Izuku after that going at All Might to punch him, but All Might catching Izuku's hand and said, nah, I'm not gonna be defeated that easily, as he immediately spin around and throw Izuku on a building, as Izuku, get himself out of the building, and after that, he said, good punch, but not enough to strike me down, as he immediately start running at All Might full speed. All Might start running at Izuku also full speed, as Izuku throwing his, a negative energy slash in front of him using his sword. All Might, going to the left to dodge this attack, but Izuku immediately were expecting this as he took his gun out and shoot All Might. All Might immediately, being shot in his left shoulder, has Izuku, going at him to throw a kick, but All Might catching his leg with his right hand and immediately smash him into the ground. As after that, All Might speaking in his, earpiece saying, "For the heroes, for any heroes that hear me, evacuate the area that I'm fighting right now in. Now!" As they, the heroes start evacuating the people inside the, the area that Izuku and, All Might are fighting in. Immediately after that, as after All Might smash Izuku into the ground, he going throwing a punch. As Izuku immediately got hold of him and do like a backflip as he, immediately jump back and he start breathing saying, "Well, that was actually a good move out of you, All Might, but looks like that you are getting weaker, huh?" As All Might, not smiling anymore, he said, "I'm gonna defeat you before I fall down." As he immediately put his hand back and said, "Texas, smash!" As he throw like a strong smash at Izuku. Izuku, smashing, putting his hand in his sword into the ground, creating like a wall of negative energy. As after that, All Might, when he throw the punch, like a tornado engulfed the whole, the whole place. As the tornado engulfed with forged with, morph itself with Izuku negative energy. It's like a tornado of negative energy right now. And after that, Izuku, being thrown away by this, strong air pressure, and All Might being thrown away too because of Izuku negative energy. As both of them stand up, as Izuku said, "Well, that was such a strong move," but as Izuku, suddenly a rock fall on his head. As Izuku, scratched his hair and said, "What the?" As he looking up, he see a building right now falling above his head. As Izuku said, "Ah, shit." And immediately, All Might seeing this, he said, "Young Midoriya!" As after that, Izuku just smiling at him as he being crushed under the building. As All Might said, "What the? No! No!" As he was about to go at the building, but after that, what's left of the rubble, Izuku just lifting up the rocks that fall on his head. And he just get out of the, the destruction with his, suit quite damaged and ripped off of his body. As he just shake it off. He literally, a building fall on his head and he just shaked it off. As Izuku said, "Now that was some damage, but not enough to stop me." As All Might quite surprised by this, seeing how durable is Izuku actually is. As he, start to get serious, because if he will not gonna get serious, then he will gonna just lose. As he immediately decide to. As Izuku said, "Well, ready for round 2? As Izuku just taken out his gun, his 2 guns, and just throw them away, and also just break his soul, his sword. As All Might getting ready, as Izuku said, "I'm ready for round 2. As he immediately go at All Might, dashing at him. As All Might doing the same, as they start, throwing punches to punches. As they're, just throwing punches, and the air pressure are just so strong that is the glass around the area just being destroyed. And after a couple of punches left to right, Izuku punched All Might in the face, as All Might doing the same, throwing them both away, against the wall. As Izuku immediately start jumping on the buildings left to right, as he immediately using his negative energy, cut half of the building and just lift it up and throw it at All Might. As All Might throwing his punches, Texas smash at the building, turn it into, basically pieces on the ground. Izuku immediately going flying at All Might, as All Might going flying at him the same way, and start, just throwing punches in the middle of the air. After that, Izuku going surprising All Might by a surprise attack, as he just open his mouth and shoot a beam of negative energy out of his mouth. As All Might, and after that he just got hold of All Might leg and spin around and throw him out on the ground, as he start going down at him to throw his strongest punch. And after that, when he did this, All Might just being smashed into the ground. As Izuku right now above his body saying, I never felt so much alive. More than this. This is great. The power, the negative energy in my veins are just flowing like everything. I feel everything and nothing at the same time. Do you know this feeling, All Might? As All Might immediately after that, he just smashed his hand together, throwing like a shockwave, throwing Izuku away. As Izuku, falling on the ground and stand up, as he see All Might in front of him start to smoke out. As Izuku said, "What is this right now? Why are you smoking?" As Izuku actually doesn't know about All Might injury. As All Might starts thinking to himself, saying, "Damn it. I will not be able to hold anymore. I need to throw everything or nothing in this punch." As immediately after that, All Might's getting ready, lifting up his right, hand and said, "Now, this is the last thing that I will do. Everything or nothing. This punch will gonna defeat you, or it will be this thing that will gonna make me lose this fight. So I wish that you are ready, Midoriya, because I'm not holding back." As Izuku said, "Great, because I wasn't holding back either." As All Might lifting up his right arm and Izuku lifting up his own right arm. As All Might said, "United State of Smash!" As Izuku immediately going at him said, "Negative Destruction!" As they power basically collapsed together, destroying the buildings around the arena, creating like a big, crater in the ground. The city block that were right now they are in just turn into nothing, just basically destruction. Float, just a flat ground everywhere. And some destruction there and there. As from UA, they are actually seeing the like a tornado around the place, tornado out of negative energy of Izuku power. As after that, everyone, the hero starts, going into that place, including O'Neil. As Tori said, "Hey, our fight didn't end yet," as she starts running after him. And when they finally go into the place, they see Izuku with his shirt just, with his suit just ripped off of his body, only with his, pants, and All Might under his legs, bloodied, and in his skinny form. As O'Neil said, "No, this can't be. This can't be." As Izuku, just looking up into the sky, smiling as he just opened his arms into the sky while the sun is just setting, as he said, "Do you see this world? This is me right now. My name is Mr.Negative, and I am the basically destruction of this world. I defeated the number one hero. Who will be able to defeat me now? Who will be?" Oh, this is such a great feeling. Well, looks like I need to take my trophy, huh? As he immediately put his hand on All Might's head and just ripped it out of his place. As the people, the hero starts seeing Izuku in the middle of the place, as Izuku just smiling, looking left and right, as he lifting up All Might's head in the sky, while all the people some of the heroes actually start crying, and some of them are scared, while the inner demons are having the time of their lives. As Izuku after that said, "Now, who will be the next?" As after that, O'Neil is just shocked by this. And Soul just taking this chance, wrapping his souls around O'Neil, and Tech immediately just hit him on his head, knocking him off, as Ben, just carrying him away. And Izuku start walking with the head of All Might in his arms, while the inner demons defending him. Endeavor told everyone to retreat, to retrieve, because this is a dangerous situation and they can't defeat the inner demons now. And after that, O'Neill being taken by the inner demons and Izuku go with his inner demons, as Tori just blushing heavily seeing Izuku how he's muscular, as Izuku said, did you see what I did? I defeated the symbol of peace, as Tori just kissing Izuku saying, yeah, you actually did. Maybe you deserve some sort of a price. Maybe I can give you something, as Izuku said, oh, I would really love some surprise out of you, Tori, as Tori, just blushing, and after that they just go away, while the inner demons, some of them just distracting the heroes. But after that, Izuku and everyone just go back into the hideout as Izuku announced that tonight it will be such a big party. Alright, as everyone, start drinking and just having fun. And that fight that happened between Izuku and All Might was actually on the news, that there was, helicopters all around the place to specifically showing how Izuku lift up All Might head in the air. As Izuku, just sitting on the table drinking after, putting a nice black t-shirt and a white pants, as he right now in his human form just drinking, while Shinra is just, talking with some inner demons, and of course Soul is playing with his own rabbit, and Tech is just playing on her computer, while Tori is just quite close to Izuku, as they just having fun. Everyone is just laughing. Even Ben starts throwing some jokes, as Izuku, saying that actually not a normal thing. Should we be worried about this or something? While O'Neill is right now on the same chair that Shinra put Izuku in last time, as O'Neill is just thinking to himself, saying, "What's happened? All Might is dead, but this can't be." As Izuku looking behind, he sees Shinra start talking, as he said, "Oh, it can be, because right now All Might head is here." As he just taken All Might head out of the bag and throw it in front of O'Neill, as O'Neill just saying All Might head, as he said, "No, this can't be." As he start tearing up, Izuku said, "How about you stop crying and tell me, where is Glitch?" As O'Neill said, "I'll never tell you. I will never tell you." As Izuku said, "No, you will tell me. I'm sure of it." As he just put his hand on O'Neill's head and immediately using his negative touch, turning O'Neill into one of his followers, as he asking once again, saying, "Well, O'Neill, where is Glitch?" And this one gonna leave it off, guys. Don't forget to like, subscribe, comment down below. Tell me what do you think about this part, and what do you think will gonna happen in the next part. Well, I have nothing more to say than Severed was here.